In this video, you will learn how to make a speed pad in Roblox. This speed pad will provide the player with a temporary or permanent speed boost. The first step, of course, is to create the pad. I'm going to add a part to the workspace, and I will rename this to speed pad. I'm going to select this part and just bring it over out of the way. I'm going to use the scale tool at 0.1 stud snap, just to resize it. And I'm going to make it slightly thinner. I'm going to anchor the speed pad so it doesn't go flying away, and I'm going to change the colour to something maybe like yellow. Now I'm going to add a script to the speed pad, and in here let's access the speed pad. Let's create a variable, local speed pad is equal to script.parent. I'm going to do this tutorial as if you were a complete beginner. Local just creates a new variable. Speed pad is the name of the variable. A variable just contains information. Script.parent means the script, and the parent of the script is the speed pad. Now let's create two constant variables. This means they won't change. This will be the speed, so the speed the player gets set to when they touch the pad, and the duration, the number of seconds the speed pad will last. I will also show you how to make it a permanent speed boost. So local speed, I'm using all uppercase here just to indicate it's constant. I'm going to set that to 32. The default walk speed, if we click on starter player and go into the properties, if you don't see that, click properties under home. If you don't see the explorer, click explorer under home, and make sure you go to script and enable the output as well, because if you get any errors, they'll appear in the output. In the properties under starter player, you see the default character walk speed is 16, so I'm going to double it and go with 32. I'm going to set a duration, local duration, and I'm going to set it to 8 seconds. So I'm going to make this speed boost last for 8 seconds. For testing purposes, I'll actually go for 4 because 8 is quite excessive. Now we need to detect when the speed pad gets touched by the player. We can say speed pad dot touched :connect function, and we need to take through hit. When the speed pad is touched, an event named touched is automatically fired. And when it's fired, we need to connect a function. A function just lets us run a block of code. So we're going to connect a block of code to the touch event. The touch event will automatically pass through the hit, so it will give the code the hit value. The hit value is the part that touched our speed pad. So in the instance of a player, this will be the player's right arm, their left leg, and their right leg, for example. The parent of this part will be the player's character. We can confirm it's definitely a player that's touched the part and not just another part in the game by using local character equals hit.parent. If this is just another part in the game, it most likely won't have a parent, so character will be nil. So we can say if character then, and this means that if the character exists, we can continue running code. However, if a part does have a parent and touches it, this is still going to run through. So I'm just going to do one more check and say and character find first child humanoid. Then every character in Roblox is automatically given something named a humanoid, and this just allows us to assign properties such as health and walk speed to the player's character. This just double checks that it's definitely a character and not another part, because most parts don't have humanoids inside of them unless you're dealing with NPCs, for example. Find first child just means look to see if humanoid exists within character, and if it doesn't, return nil. Nil means no value exists for that item. Then we will set the character's walk speed to the speed we have defined up here. So I will say character dot, we need that humanoid. Make sure you've got an uppercase H here and here. Dot walk speed. Now I'm using an uppercase W and an uppercase S. That is the naming convention we have to use. If we go on starter player in the properties, you can see the walk speed, character walk speed is 16, but we have walk speed with an uppercase W and an uppercase S. It's very important we follow that convention or it will not work. I'm going to set this equal to our speed. Now let's wait the duration and then set it back to the default walk speed. Task.wait allows us to wait a set amount of seconds, X seconds. So I'm going to replace this with the duration. This will wait 4 seconds in my case. And I'm going to set character.humanoid.walkspeed back to 16. Let's test this out. So I'm going to press play. and I'm going to walk over. So I'm walking nice and slow. If I touch the speed pad, I get a boost for 2, 3, 4, and then it goes back to normal, as you can see. And if I touch it again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was counting a bit quick there, but you can see it works. Now, what if we want it to go indefinitely? Well, if we want it to go indefinitely, we can remove the duration and then remove that code there, and this will set it indefinitely. So now if I was to run this, and now if I was to count 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see I'm still running and it's just going to go forever. Another way we can do this, if you wanted to keep the duration in case you wanted to go back in the future to having a set number of seconds, we can keep the duration, but let's just set it to 0. And then we can check if duration is greater than 0, then we're going to do this. And if the duration is not greater than 0, so it is 0 or a negative number, we will just run indefinitely. And it's just another way to enforce that indefinite speed. So now if I walk over it, I get this permanent boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see it's never going back to normal. It's very easy. If you wanted to make another one, I could move this one over here, and then I could duplicate this speed pad. I'll just make it an orange color just to show that it's different. I'll go into the script of this one, and maybe I'll change the speed to 64. This one will be really quick, but the duration will be 4 seconds, and the duration on this one will be 8 seconds. So now if I was to run this, I can touch the yellow one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then eventually I'll go back to normal. I'm counting too quick. Now if I touch this one, we're going to go even faster. Very quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that works fine. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials. We have a Discord server, which you can find the link to in the description, where you can ask for programming help others, or just chat there. You can also leave feedback on our videos and channel. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.